Welcome to Our Golden Plates, a weekly show about bringing people together through the gospel of Jesus Christ to share testimonies, spiritual experiences, and overall to remind everyone that though we may not be together in person, we are together in purpose. On this week's episode, we're going to be running through how you can document important medical information from family history. A reminder that all comments made in the chat must adhere to the house. Any violation of the house rules will result in immediate removal from the group. Welcome to our show.
Welcome everyone to Our Golden Plates. I'm your host, Joey Gomez, with my brother, Charlie Gomez.
What's up, y'all? So today, we actually have a really special program planned for you today. We're actually going to be jumping into more of our family history section. And today, we are actually going to be sharing you how you can actually upload special medical information that you can share with your family, and that way anybody in your family can be aware of any medical needs or anything that you guys may be needing to record at the time. So we're going to dive right into that. I'm going to be running through, just for myself, I'll give you guys a little bit of brief background. So I have astigmatism and a whole host of other medical problems, but I actually am going to be using myself as an example of how to record this medical information on the Memories tab. Alrighty, so let's dive right in. So let me just show you how Family Search works. And I know this can be a little bit overwhelming, but let's just start from the beginning. And so all you have to do is log into Family Search using your username and password. And then once you arrive at the menu, you're going to actually click on Family Tree. And then once you do that, you're going to head down to the section that says Tree. Once you do that, that's actually going to populate with all the information that you have recorded about current members of your family and any information that you have that you want to record. So the cool thing about using Family Search is you can actually click on the Memories tab. So you click on yourself and that brings up a window here and it says Memories. And as you click on that, you can actually go to the sections and upload either a photo, a document, an audio, or story. And these are things that I can actually leave members of my family so that way they can know for themselves whether or not they may be more likely to have those problems. And that's just a really super cool feature for you guys to be able to log on to Family Search and to be able to document this information. And it's super important. Again, just remember what you upload, but also know that family history does actually protect all of those files for you and keeps them safe to protect your privacy. And Joey's actually going to be going over another website where you can actually document more information about your medical history as far as your family history goes.
Yeah, and so today, in a transition from Family Search, as a member of the church, Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, I get access not only to Family Search to be able to do work for my family, but I also am permitted access to Ancestry. And I know the world is really connected with Ancestry. It's something that a lot of people use, and it's a very good resource, ancestry.com, and that's where we're going to go right now. So I'm here on the website and just kind of going through each and every single part. There are different sections. You'll need to get an Ancestry account. There is a cost allocated with Ancestry. If you're a member of the church, that cost is put away. But at the same time, you can always get a Family Search account regardless and upload your memories there. So don't feel discouraged about the fact that there's a cost, because I know how that feels. Regardless, I'm here on Ancestry right now, and I decided one year with my family to get a DNA test. So there's actually a section here that says Ancestry DNA. And on Ancestry DNA, there is a number of tabs. And I'm just going to read them off, and I'm going to go through every single tab as they are listed. So the first tab I have is Features of DNA on Ancestry include your DNA results. When you click on this link, your DNA results, it's like a link that presents all of the other sections. It's just kind of like a segue for you to move into each part of the actual family history points. So it doesn't really necessarily have a specific amount of information in that section or that link. It's just kind of directing you. So you go there, and then you can go to things like your DNA story. In your DNA story, you'll have where you're from and what is your heritage. You can see specific maps about where your family was living, what they were doing. It's really interesting. The biggest thing my wife, so on there I have things like places in Europe, I have Spaniard heritage, but the only thing that she seems to bring up all the time is the fact that I'm from Cameroon, the Congo. So let me go ahead and show you a little picture here of Cameroon, Congo. I went ahead and clicked on it, and from there you'll be able to see information about Cameroon and the Congo, and things are on there. Well, honey, I hope that you enjoy the fact that I actually accepted my Cameroon Congo heritage. Okay?
We need that Toto song to play.
I guess so. Yeah, it's like it was the only thing that I ever got recognition for. Like, forget that I have family in the Andes Mountains. You know? I know. We probably listened to that. Like, I don't know if that even has anything to do with the Congo, but I do know
it's part of Africa, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it is something. But regardless, you know, that's what we find and be important. So following that, I went ahead to DNA Match. And DNA Match, what is that? It's pretty much the coolest thing for connecting. And again, our channel, Charlie, is really about connection and social inclusion. So what does DNA Match do? It allows you to meet individuals that might be part of your family tree with whom you are connected. So think about this. Again, we're always talking about being connected. If you have a family member on Ancestry right now that might be interested or in particular have some information, especially if it's medically pertinent, you could resolve a lot of issues in your own personal life, medically speaking, just by connecting with them. And that's, you know, genetic code is a very interesting subject and more difficult than what we're going to talk about here. But just the fact that you could find it because you and that other individual have an account, wow, that's really neat.
It's really, really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, so DNA Match. What I did one time with DNA Match was, well, technically it was ancestry.com. My wife and I were able to find and connect with some people that were, I think it was Maryland. They were living in Maryland. And we were looking up some information in particular about a certain family member, trying to connect the actual Ancestry.com person with our family search account. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the last name was Medrano. I could be wrong. But anyways, the point is that this person, I emailed them. And within a matter of a couple of hours, they emailed me back. We got numbers. We started talking with them. We were like, "How's it going?" I know. We were having a real conversation, a living, breathing experience where we connected with somebody, a completely different state. Don't even know who they really are. For some people, that might be scary.
Watch out with that.
Yeah, I mean, no. We were very What was our intention? Our intention was just to meet these people. And they weren't even people of our faith. They were just people that had information on Ancestry. So look, a lot of times we're here on the show and, you know, our purpose is to help people come to Christ. That's what we want. We just know that people feel included in these activities, and this is a simple activity we can do to invite and include them. So, DNA Match, really awesome. Next part, I think, is probably kind of the most pertinent to medical information at this point for this specific DNA, Ancestry DNA section, and that is the traits section. So what is the traits section? The traits section describes specifically what common medical genetic traits are related especially to medical information that you may have and how you could be affected by that genetic trait. So the other day, I was looking at this, and I decided to click on the option for cilantro aversion. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Growing up in Arizona, there's a lot of cilantro in a lot of our
cilantro.
food. I mean, my mom is known as the top. Exactly. We love cilantro, and that's what's really weird, because our family tree says it's cilantro a version accepted more than not, which I thought was kind of the
Go figure.
I know, right? Well, we eat, what is like our whole, like I was saying, mom's favorite thing is tacos. You know, so what's taco without cilantro and onion? You know, I don't know what it is. Right, I know. And so...
Nacho taco.
I know. The point is that you can answer a question that says, do you avert or do you not avert? You can choose. You can actually list that on there, and you'll see it, obviously, on here on the screen.
I avert to not having cilantro on my...
Yeah, you gotta eat what you love. And obviously, you go against what's the statistical norm. It's not a bad thing. But what else is there? Okay? There are other components to this actual website that a lot of people don't really know about, and I want to go ahead and just get to that part because I want to be able to go to the traits and click on this next one, which was...
we can pause.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where I left it. This is the one. So the next one that I chose was sun sneezing. What? Sun sneezing? Yes, sun sneezing.
Achoo!
I know. Well, again, where do we live, bro?
Arizona.
That's right. We live in the sunshine state. I know. And so I looked at that and I was like, what happens if we are, because what is sun sneezing? I know it sounds funny when I say this. Okay? It specifically says, and I went into there, that they looked at two markers that have been linked to a photic sneeze reflex. So as you introduce your eyes to the sun and its rays, as you introduce your eyes to the sun and you're looking at briefly, you don't want to burn your eyes out. I know. You'll have an effect. It'll cause your body and reflex to sneeze. It's chromosome ZEB2 gene and then chromosome 15, NR2F2. So I know it's like a lot of technical mojo, guys, but
I was not a biology major.
Regardless, this is showing us that you may need to wear sunglasses, so that way you can avert that information. Were we a group that had a problem with sun sneezing? Well, technically, which is so interesting if you look at it in the video, it's due to the fact that I have ancestry to the Cameroon Congo. Okay, so guys, that would be a reason why we'd have sun sneezing. Okay, so the next section in here is a personal discovery project. So look, guys, we're in COVID-19. What? We say that word, it's like the dark plague word right now, right?
I mean, could have been better.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's terrible. It's terrible what's going on, bro. And there is an actual set of surveys you can take, and I just took it today. I went online and I took it today. You'll be able to see me taking it. Don't try and steal my information. Okay, but regardless, don't also steal my answers. They want a real answer, a set of answer to your survey questions. But I took this survey, and what did I do with it, guys? On the survey, you put in, did you contract COVID-19? Was there actual family members in your household that had it? Were you exposed to anybody that recently had it? These are such important questions for people that are concerned about, are we the category of individuals in the state of Arizona or in family relation that would be susceptible to COVID-19? Think about how many people you can help just by relaying that information. It's a lot of people.
Tons.
So, bro, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing.
I definitely will be. Because I haven't documented COVID-19, but...
But the thing is that it just adds to the data. It adds to the information.
I say that as I cough.
I know. It's kind of my nerd thing, right? Like, contributor. All right? But what we're doing then is we're just updating information for their website. That way they can contribute it to individuals in the government, people that are retaining information for COVID-19. So get on there, take a survey. But guess what? There's more than just COVID-19. Check out this. They have personality profile, lifestyle behavior, health and wellness, food behaviors, exercise and movement, heart health. Each and every single section just gives a better contributor to the data they're collecting on Ancestry, which allows you to be able to know better how are you connected with a trait on Ancestry DNA. Again, really cool, really easy to fill out these surveys, and very helpful.
So I can tell people about my multi-personality syndrome.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I don't really have multi-personality syndrome.
Okay. I mean, it's we and again, this isn't to offend anybody that has that. We're just saying that the fact that we recognize everybody has something that's genetically different, and how does it contribute? So look, guys, in family history, if you think about it, we have a lot of connections. And our show is really based on that principle, that it brings us together in purpose. And the last two sections are really just about, one, you've gotten a test, you've completed it. It's called Activate a Test. You get the test, you complete it, you spit into your little jar. It's not some blood-drawn thing, You get the little capsule, it's like a little tube. You spit inside of it, get a good spit, because unfortunately...
No, you don't want to do that.
Well, actually, that actually might help. Now that I think about it.
I haven't done it yet, but, if I did, that's probably how I would do it.
Right. Well, my wife did it, and she had it returned 3 times. So, Ancestry, my suggestion is that we get together.
Get her done.
Yeah, because we'd like to get that response back someday. She's actually interested in her family history.
And it does happen, guys. You may send out a vial of your actual sample, and it may be returned to you, meaning that they didn't have enough information, or they weren't able to identify certain traits about you. It happens. It's not really anything you can do about it. It's not like one person is more favorable for having that happen or not, but it is just something to be aware of.
And there's actually a component in your saliva for certain individuals that does not permit them the ability to get their DNA recorded in the time period in which they spit. So don't worry, do it again and again and again. They keep sending the tubes anyways for you to do it correctly. My wife and I, we're like recording the spit, But
make a video. Send it to your friends.
I know.
Post it on Family Search.
Yes, But that is just if you've completed the test. That's the process of the test. But you can also buy another test for a family member. For me, I've thought about how can I get a gift for my family member. Go on there and just buy a DNA test.
How much does it cost again?
That's right. It's really expensive. Well, in my opinion. For some people, they're probably, obviously...
But it is money well spent.
Exactly. It is money well spent. Whether or not the cost goes up, it's money well spent. They have a lot of deals. They have... on the day that I bought it, it was a deal where I could get every single person that was included so originally it was $100 each person, but we got it for $59 a person. So,
steal.
Yeah, steal deal. Honestly, with everything that it included, and the fact that I have this information now, that I can look back and see my DNA traits and share that experience with others, can't put a price to it.
Absolutely.
So, with that, I know that was a ton of information, Charlie.
Yep. No, and to be honest, don't feel overwhelmed, guys, by all this information. What I would recommend is just spend some time going on to both Family Search and to Ancestry both, just to familiarize your guys' self with all this information, because there's so much you guys can do. You have so much resources that are available to you, and they can help you to also help out other members of your family, just to document this important information. How much help would it be to know that members of your families had these traits about them, or for yourself to know that you have these traits about yourself, And so definitely spend some time going through a lot of people may not understand that these resources are out there, but we really wanted to talk about a really important and another awesome feature in another video that we'll be touching on, where you can go even more in detail with your medical information via ancestry.com.
That's right, Charlie. I did Ancestry DNA, but now they have Ancestry Health.
Ancestry Health.
Ancestry Health allows you to be able to go on there, submit your information, and for around, I think it's approximately the same price, look up medical history from your family, from your genetic traits, what you'll be susceptible to, and connect with a specific provider.
Guys, that's huge. I mean, a lot of people really are worried when they find out that a family member has cancer, or when a family member has certain things about them that are hereditary, or more likely to be passed down to other generations. And so imagine, not only can you find out what that information is about your other ancestors, but you can also be checked for that information, right? So huge comforting factor for you guys to know that information, to understand these things about yourself and about your other family members, to understand how you can better protect yourself if those are things that you may be worried about. Just a huge peace of mind there.
Yeah. And so with that, we wanted to remind you that we still have a competition going on. Our special invitation for families and friends to come to our group, and that is going to have a prize with it. You will go on to Facebook in our group. We would invite you to invite every single person you have. Because if you do, you'll win a very special prize. And that is the opportunity to air on our show
with us
May 3rd, 2020.
How would you like to be featured on our show? Think about it.
And more importantly, we're helping other people connect. We're giving you the opportunity to do it. We already have some people that are just blowing up right now. It's going to be kind of funny.
So you definitely want to take advantage of this week. Again, this is the last week that you're going to be able to do this. And so if you want to be on our show, start inviting. Yes. And remember, it's not just who you invite, but it's the people who actually join the group as well.
Good point.
Make sure that you're following up with people that maybe you've already invited. So just another tidbit of information.
Yes, Charlie is right, and I need to be corrected in that for sure, because you can invite 1 million people, but unless they accept, it doesn't count.
Absolutely. And just remember, guys, again, huge shout out to our YouTube channel. If you guys have not checked that out, make sure you guys visit our YouTube channel, so that way you guys can see postings of things that we're going to be doing. We are going to be organizing a lot of this content on our YouTube page, and we'll have even more further content to come. So make sure that you click on our YouTube channel, and that you subscribe, and that you hit that notification bell to be notified of any other content that we put out there for you guys.
Make sure you comment, guys. We want to know what you're interested in. Did you like the video? Did you not like the video? Hit that like button. We want to make sure that we're addressing things that you guys are enjoying, but more importantly, that we're really connecting, and those comments mean a lot to us. And with that, we want you to always remember that even when we are not together in person, we are together in purpose.